check out your Ross because they have the Transformers Red series. This one is $11.99, which is more than most figures for its scale. Now, I almost was going to pass on this because with this particular character, you never, ever can get a bad one. As far as I can tell, even from the very beginning, he was one of the few figures in the original G1 that was perfect. I mean, he looked like himself in both tape mode and robot mode, and he had articulation, which a lot of things back then just did not have. He looked like a real robot. He didn't look like Ratchet. Hint, I'm talking to you, Ratchet and Ironhide. And, you know, let's be honest, Megatron looked great as a gun, but hideous as a robot. Optimus Prime looked good. He looked good in both modes. But him and Blaster were spot on both modes, no matter what. This one is really weird. I didn't anticipate this. I felt like when I looked at him, I was like, well, do I already have him? Because let's be honest, they always look right. Oh, he's got that same thing. I thought it was just the Optimus Primal because the only ones I got so far are Optimus Prime and the white version Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnus Naked is what I call him. They all have short arms. I don't know what it is. Is it true for all of these? Maybe this is why people hate the Red Wave. So far, I hear nothing but negative things about the Red Wave. I don't hear why, though. And I think I just assumed that, oh, they don't transform. They're supposed to be Transformers. Okay, look, we're not 5 years old anymore. Get over that. Some of us want Transformers that don't transform because they look like when I got the Action Masters, I loved them because they looked better than the originals in robot mode. And let's be honest, I love robots. All right, so he is really heavy, but again, his hands, his arms and his legs look completely out of sync with each other. His arms are way shorter than they should be, or his legs are way longer than they should be. Okay, not gonna complain about short legs or long legs, but the arms I do want to complain about. All right, so I just got him out of the package for the first time. So his head's on a massively huge ball joint. So he can look all around. He can shake his head side to side. He looks a little weird with his head coming out to the side a little bit. He's got a hole right here because, well, he had a gun in there when I took him out, but he fell right off. He's got a double joint at the elbow, which, yeah, he can reach all the way back and touch his own shoulder. I'm trying to figure out this joint right here. This is what I'm a little confused about. It looks like this is a movement part, but it also doesn't like it moves. So I think he's got a little bit of a butterfly right there. And he swivels, and I think that's all you're going to get out of that. Now his waist, does it? Oh, okay, I thought I broke it just then. It was just kind of tight from it being like rubbery or plastic. He's got ball joints in the thighs and a obvious swivel. His knees are double jointed, and he can kick his own backside. I won't say his butt, but he can kick his backside. Oh, his battery pack, or in the original figure, this is like a compartment that you take off and you put the batteries in, which are his guns. Whoever made this figure was a genius, even back then, because engineering's come a long way since G1. But every time I see an update for him, like going, I mean, it's pretty much, I got G1. I do buy the new ones because I do enjoy them, but at the same time, you really can't improve too much on him. He was perfect coming out of the get-go. All right, so he's got two different types of weapons here because the batteries come like this, but they also come with extra pieces to put on that are silver. They're chromium silver. So I guess this is the one that was on his shoulder, and then this is the one that you'd put in his hand, but his hand's a fist. No problem. You do have hands that do have pointing parts. Because it's going to pop off anyway whenever I pull his hand out. The hands come off pretty easily. I don't feel like I'm going to break it, and I always feel like I'm going to break things. So, that's just me though. As a kid, I was always like, hated when I break things. So I was always playing very carefully with my toys. I was never one of those kids that was like, boom, boom, boom. I hated that. When I saw people doing it, I was like, they're never going to play with my toys. I'm not going to let them ever come to my house. Mom always thought I was selfish, but I was just protective. That's the difference. Anyway. All right, so he's all geared up. But we're missing something. We got the little cassette here. Does it transform? Nope, it does not transform. So kind of pointless to even have it come out. But there's a little button here. Let's see if it's a spring-loaded or... I don't think it is. If it is, it's a very weak spring. I think it's just friction. So there he is. Push the button. It just pushes out, or I don't know. It's not really doing anything. So he looks better with his chest having something inside of it. like he's not hungry anymore. And he comes with another gun hand for his left hand, but let's be honest, he's a right-handed guy. Even though he's got too much on the right-hand side, it's okay. Maybe that's why they came with a left hand with a gun trigger, so in case you feel like, oh, it's just too much on one side. Now, these are 6 inches tall, and that's fine because they're robots, and in real life, they were bigger than humans. But let's see how they go with the 1/18 scale. So, yeah, they would definitely fit in with the 1/18 scale figures in real life. If this was like a real-life person, and this would be much more in scale than, let's say, a 6-inch figure or Barbie. Okay, here's a Micro Man who is 8 centimeters tall. Here is a 4-inch Fortnite. And here is a not G.I. Joe, which would be going to be just perfect having Transformers and G.I. Joe. And I got them at the same base level. So yeah, I mean, he fits in. Again, let me know why people, maybe you agree or don't agree, but either way, I just want to know, why do people hate R.E.D series? And this is only my 3rd figure out of the series, and I'm beginning to wonder if the reason is because that hand should be down here. I mean, in a real person, these arms just look really short on him too. And the only other one I got was, the very first one I got was the white Optimus Prime, which I call Naked Ultra Magnus. And then, of course, he's got the exact same mold as I can't speak English, as Optimus Prime. So yeah, I figured, well, that's just that figure, not the rest of them. Well, here's my 3rd figure. And yeah, it's clear that his arm is too short. That should be longer, both parts, I guess. Because, you know, normally at your waist, your elbow's at your waist, and your hand is mid-thigh. Of course, he's got a longer, right here. His femur is not his longest bone in his body. If he had bones, it's clearly his shin bone. That's clearly longer. Now, these remind, the plastic these are made of, they remind me of these SCF figures I had from Japan. I had Megatron and Optimus Prime, and my Optimus Prime, he came with 2 legs that were right here, the exact same part, which was really annoying. Because try getting in touch with somebody from Hobby Link Japan to fix anything. Yeah, right. That was that same kind of plastic as these, but those were a lot shorter. Those were more like 4-inch scale. They were more kind of in line with the I just mentioned a few minutes ago, the figures from the 1989 series. I don't know why my brain's just completely blank right now. Basically, this scale. All right. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you have any answers, let me know, because I definitely want to know why people don't like these. This also looks like it's really bad right here, the pins. I think I'm answering the own question, but I could be coming to a different conclusion. Have a great day.